I want y'all to look at what I did to this bed liner. I was hauling some metal in here the other day, and it was laid crossways here, and it kind of slipped down in. It's a little wider than the bed liner was, so it wedged down in there, and now it's tacoed. And I have tried everything to get that out of there. I pulled the whole bed liner out and heated it up with a heat gun and tried to pull it back into shape. I've put a piece of wood in here and left it with pressure against it and let the hot sun hit it. And I've tried everything to straighten that out. But, y'all, that thing is plum rurnt. I'm sorry for y'all that's not geographically advantaged enough to have been born in the South. That means totally ruined. So anyway, y'all, it's plum rurnt. So I'm gonna see if I can figure out a solution to this. So I'm going to jump in old Smokey here and drive him down to the South 40 where I've got a bunch of my junk stored and see if I can find a little solution to this problem. So here's some of my junk I got laying around here. This bed here was actually come from the donor truck that donated the frame for Oscar. And the problem is, this is a long wheelbase right here. I noticed the last time I was down here, it had the bed liner in there, and the thing I liked about it, it goes up underneath the rails instead of up on top. I don't like that plastic up there on top of the rails for some reason. Just don't dig it. But this is a long wheelbase bed, so what I'm thinking is, I may be able to cut this down right here. This bed's longer in the front and in the back, I think, best I remember. But I'll just have to do some measuring, and if it fails miserably, well, you probably won't even see this video. I'm not sure what that fan come off of. Obviously, it must be a S10, I guess. Yeah, keep that spacer. I've got a collection of those at that I keep in the garage for projects when you're setting up an engine stuff. You never know how far it's going to be from the radiator, so those come in handy from time to time. I think that muffler's pretty much toast. Got mail. Let's see. I think it's about time to haul some junk off. Let's see if we can get this thing taken out now. Well, I got the bed liner out, and after fighting with it for just a minute, but I got a little surprise right there when I got it out. And y'all be careful out there when you're fooling around with these old cars and trucks. That could have just as easily been a copperhead, and if I'd gotten bit right there, that'd have been a nice trip to the emergency room. Well, I got her loaded up here. I'm going to tote it up to the house and do a little measuring and break out the sawzall here and see what I can do with it. Over here, don't know if any of this will work, but as they say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So I'm going to get this cleaned out and take a few measurements. I figure probably measure from the center of the wheel well right there. Be the most common place on both of these bed liners. Really pleased by how this bed looks under there. Really solid, no rust through anywhere on it. little bit of surface rust here and there that can might lead to some cancer here if I don't address it here pretty soon. But overall, it's really in good shape. So I'll have to kind of scuff some of that up, and I might put some Pt1 or something on there just to seal it and keep it from rusting any further. One little bit of a surprise here is this front of this bed is tacoed, where previous owner has let something slide into it. Looks like it's banged up against there in a place or two and pushed that in. And really, probably the easiest way to get rid of that would be to take the bed off, but I'm not going to do that right now. I just want to get this thing fit in here and go from there. But a couple of pretty substantial dents here on these wheel wells, which I could bang those out pretty easy from inside. But with this cover over it, it shouldn't be no big deal. So eventually I may put a bed liner, spray in bed liner in here, but for right now I'm just going to try this and see how it goes. So all I've done here is I've taken a good straight edge right here, and I set it in there where it contacted both wheel wells in the same place, and I made a mark. Did that on the front and the back. And then I divided that in half, and that gave me my center line. So I'll just measure from this center line to the front up here and to the back there, and that'll tell me where to cut. The only other concern I had was that little relief right there for the gas filler, but it appears like to me that it's in the same location on the short wheelbase and the long wheelbase, so that's common to both trucks, so I don't think that'll be an issue. Probably have to do a little trimming right here around this corner right here though, where this recess is, so that's going to be a little trial and error probably. Now what I've done is found the center of this wheel well right here, and I pulled off of that up there and made a mark, and that is 35 5/8 of an inch to the front. And I'm going to take my cutoff wheel and make a little cut in that so I can hook my tape measure there, and then I'll measure off to the back. It should be 73 inches total, the length of the bed, so keep your fingers crossed. So now I've got a hole cut in right there and at the front up there, and I can locate that from the other side. That my intention was to flip it over so I can locate that hole on the other side, and it'd be easier to cut. But it was so easy to cut with that cutoff wheel, I may just cut it laying here like it is. I may just lay a straight edge across here and get it marked and cut it off that way. And if this doesn't work, y'all, I've done decided I'm just going to take and cut along right there at the base of that rib right there, and just kind of make a bikini style, I guess, bed liner here. It was getting late last night when I got this the ends trimmed down on the bed liner here. I got the front and the back trimmed off, and what I ended up doing was had to take a little notch out over there so that that wall over there would tuck back in under the bed lip right there, because because this bed liner is designed to go up underneath the bed liner. It's actually just a little bit wider than that corner, from corner to corner, so I had to take a little notch out right there, and I just tucked that right behind that hook over there on that corner. You can see right here on this side, and I'm going to call that front part finished. So got to move on back here to the back. I've got the length cut down. I'm going to have to notch this back here the same way. Y'all, I am super stoked about the way this turned out. Got my bed floor protected, got the wheel tubs protected right there. I got the top rail cleaned up so that when I paint the truck, it'll look nice. Got rid of that cheesy plastic on top there. Really took my time back here in the back and trimmed that out. It was a whole lot of trial and error, fit and cut and fit and cut, but it turned out nice. So when y'all go to the salvage yard, don't overlook those long beds. You know, learn to think outside the box, or inside the box, as the case may be. Yuck, yuck, yuck. And until next time, y'all get out there and build something.